I'm so glad you've joined us for our family service. My name is Amy.
And I'm Dawn, and Amy and I serve as the religious exploration leaders at First Parish in Concord, Massachusetts.
And today we are exploring a timely and important theme, the vote. As Unitarian Universalists, we do not all vote the same. And we are not here to tell your family who or what to vote for. However, as Unitarian Universalists, we believe in the democratic process and the importance of equality and freedom.
Even though you need to be 18 to vote in the United States, no matter how old you are, your voice matters. And we're going to explore ways that children, teens, and families can take action together.
And we're excited to welcome
Adrienne Betancourt,
who is our social action coordinator at First Parish in Concord. Adrienne is going to share with us how our Unitarian Universalist principles relate to the importance of voting, and she's going to ask you some questions. So if you'd like to be prepared, you can download a copy of the 7 Principles of Unitarian Universalism, and that way get ready to answer some of the questions that she's going to be asking you.
Let's begin by lighting a chalice together. If you have a chalice or a candle at home, you're welcome to do this with us. Please find an adult to help you do this safely. May will lead our chalice lighting this morning.
We are Unitarian Universalists with minds that think, hearts that love, and hands that are ready to serve.
Thank you, May. It's really good to see you.
And now I'm pleased to welcome Brendan, who's going to lead us in singing.
Hey, everybody. Brendan Ferrari here, your new children's choir director. I was so excited to meet so many of you last Sunday during the first children's choir rehearsal. If you weren't able to attend, but you're still interested, it's certainly not too late. You can come on by today at 11:30 for some great singing, and feel free to email me for more details. So today I'll be singing This Little Light of Mine, which is an African-American spiritual that is often sung at First Parish. Singing is a wonderful way that you can share your light with the world, and there are many other ways as well. So I invite you to sing along and also continue thinking about how you can make an impact on our worlds. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Thank you, Brendan. This little light of mine always brings back happy memories of singing in December with the little angels, with everyone having their little robes on and their halos and leaving trails of glitter around First Parish.
That is a very fond memory. And that version of This Little Light of Mine had the version about won't let anyone put it out.
That's right.
And we feel that way. We hope that you will keep your light shining in the world. We have someone to help us think about how to do that, talking about You the Vote. Happy to have Adrienne share a message with us.
Hey there. I'm so glad to be talking to you today about elections. You may be wondering why I'm showing you some pruned branches from my favorite tree. Well, this is from an eastern white pine. It has a beautiful green color, silky, silky, long needles, and this is one of the tallest trees that grow in our forest. Do you know that I study trees? I love nature, forests and rivers, oceans, mountains, glaciers. Oh, and I love studying animals and protecting them. All kinds of critters, even beetles and bats. Do you love nature? Well, that's why you vote. Yes, we want to have elected leaders who care for our planet and address climate change. Now, there are some people who disagree with us on that. That's why we have to get out and vote. Which of the 7 principles are we acting for? Yes, you're right. The 7th principle, caring for our planet Earth, the home we share with all living things. The second thing I wanted you to think about was our Black Lives Matter banner on the front of our beautiful church. Do you know that it is a symbol that some people embrace, but other people they reject? Not everybody agrees with the UU support of Black Lives Matter. And that can cause conflict. But these days, there are some African Americans who are feeling scared, discouraged, frustrated, and despairing. And we care about them. We care about their families. That's another reason why we vote. We want elected leaders who will work to treat everybody fairly. Only with justice for all people, no matter the color of their skin, can we live in a kind and caring and peaceful world. So, which principle would we be standing up for with this idea? Yes, you're right. The 6th principle, working for a peaceful, fair, and free world. Last but not least, the reason why UUs take elections so seriously is this. We vote because we can. And in many parts of the world, people can't vote, or their vote doesn't really count. UUs believe that no citizen should have their vote ripped away from them. But not everyone agrees with us on that. In fact, these days, there are many people who are struggling to try to vote here in the US and have already had their vote taken away from them. When we vote, we can express our own personal opinions, how we think, practice the religion that we believe in, and choose who we want to elect. So this UU principle about voting, which number principle is that? Do you know? You're right, the 5th principle. All persons should have a vote about the things that concern them. And now it's time for you to think about how you can get out the vote.
This summer, at a Zoom junior youth group meeting, one of our middle schoolers asked what they could do right now to make change in our world. This person said, "I'm too young to vote. What can I do?" So Laura Venesey and I thought about how we might be able to get the group together safely and how we might be able to make a difference. This is an election year. And even though our group is too young to vote, we can encourage others to use this important right to create the world we want to live in. So last Saturday, we met on the front steps of First Parish. Everyone wore a mask and we practiced physical distancing. Together, we made posters reminding people to vote. And then we walked over to Concord Circle and we held up our signs. It was a beautiful sunny day in Concord and lots of people were out. We got plenty of friendly honks and waves, and we could tell that people really appreciated the reminder, and they were energized by seeing young people participating in our democratic process. We were making our voices heard and encouraging others to do the same. We'd like to share some pictures from that morning with you right now, and also pictures from our neighboring activist protest art show from the spring of 2017. These remind us that even when it's not an election year, our Unitarian Universalist faith community calls us to work for freedom, fairness, and making the world a better place for everyone.
Do you know how much the adults at our church care about you and listen to you? When kids talk about UU principles, adults perk up their ears. You are their future. You have the power to help adults think about our UU values. As our third principle says, UUs believe that we should accept one another and keep on learning together. Do you love nature? Do you want our elected leaders to protect our planet? Well, then convince some adults to vote for a healthy planet for your generation and future generations. If you have a favorite tree or a critter or a natural place, take a photo. Or you can draw it and take a photo of your drawing. Post it on Facebook or give the picture to an adult you care about and explain why they should vote to protect the planet. Is peace in our towns, peace in our country, and peace in the world important to you? Can you draw a beautiful peace sign? Or how about showing peace with your hands and taking a photo? You can share it on Facebook, send it to someone, share it with the adults that you love. And then you can write, vote for peace and harmony, elect leaders who work for a just and peaceful world. What other UU values can you use to convince adults to vote? Last, would you like to be the boss, the captain of a team, a ballot boss, a voting team, the one who pushes or pulls people along in the important task of voting? Here is a picture of a bingo-like game that I designed, and this is going to be available online for you guys. And it's a tool to track the preparation that the adults in your life have made towards voting. So it looks a little bit like a bingo square. And you can ask your parent or a grandparent or a voting age cousin or a sibling or neighbor, family friend, maybe a tutor or a coach, if they would like you to help them get all prepared to vote. Remind them, lecture them, praise them, bribe them, reward them along the way. Use happy faces and beautiful cards you could send them online, or celebration emails and text and phone calls. They would love to hear from you. Make a bingo-like tool for each adult who welcomes your help. And you can use pennies or pebbles or something to cover each of the squares of the preparation that they have already done. And so they'll tell you. So you'll ask them, did you do this yet? And if they did, you can put it on that square. When all the squares are covered, bingo, they are ready to vote and you have helped. So I made a all nice, beautiful colored one for my good friend Debbie. And I have some beautiful rocks that I cover the ones that she's completed already. And then I have another one I made for my beloved Aunt Isabel. And I think I'm going to use some coins to cover up the preparation that she has finished by now. So there you go. Just one of many, many election actions that kids can do and get to it and help us with You the Vote.
Thank you, Adrienne. We're so lucky to have you as our social action coordinator. Not only is Adrienne a Unitarian Universalist, she is an educator at heart, and she's always looking for ways that young people and families can make a difference together.
At First Parish, we're joining with other Unitarian Universalists and partners on a national effort called You the Vote. The goal is to get more people interested in the election and acting on our Unitarian Universalist values. The slogan is faith, love, action, together.
Here are the questions for you to explore with your family at home this week. Why is voting important to us? Take some time to explore as a family why voting is important. What issues matter to you and why?
The next question is, how can we inspire others to vote? We encourage your family to explore how you might inspire others to vote. You can download Adrienne's bingo sheet to help you track the steps to be ready. You can make signs, chalk art, send texts and postcards.
Please share with us. If you use Adrienne's bingo tracker, we would love to see a photo of it. If you make a sign or do some chalk art, we would love to see what actions you take as a family, because we know that you have so many good ideas about how to spread more love and understanding in the world.
Thank you for helping us You the Vote.
And now, our First Parish in Concord benediction. Go out into the world in peace. Have courage. Hold on to what is good. Return to no person evil for evil. Strengthen the faint-hearted. Support the weak. Help the suffering. Honor all beings. Our service is over, but our exploration has just begun. Please subscribe to our family service email list to receive resources to continue exploring at home. The link is in the description of this video. If you're watching this live streamed, our 10 o'clock service will be starting shortly.